door at the back of the room. If the fire alarm goes off, please vacate the building from the nearest exit, either the doors where you came in or the fire door at the back. Okay, can I have apologies for absence, please?
Council Sons, surgery, Council Provost, work commitments, Council Brooks, illness, Council Derbyshire, and Councillor Gilby, work commitments.
Everyone happy to accept those?
Councillor Provost, please.
Robin Rose, James Saxon. Thank you. You've all received a copy of the minutes. Are you happy for me to sign those and show an accurate account?
Yeah.
Have a proposer and second of the minutes, please. And the proposer is Robin Saxon. Any matters arising that are not included on the agenda for this evening? No? Thank you. Received any declarations of interest, please, under the Council's Code of Conduct? No? Right, so we start with my announcement. So, the multi-wheel sports facility. We broke ground on the 3rd of July and the estimated finish date is week commencing the 11th of September. Postponement of the project was due to the delay of the local authority removing the encampment that resulted in a slippage of up to 8 weeks with our contractors. The travellers came back on Thursday the 22nd of June, but the matter was dealt with robustly by the clerk in conjunction with the police, leisure centre management, NCC and KBC. The travellers are moved out 2 hours later that same morning. The clerk stated that this was the second time that the site was occupied. KBC were asked again what they are going to do to secure the site, etc. And I don't believe they've actually done an awful lot yet, have they?
One further post has been raised.
What about that? Okay. The clerk has liaised with the police to ensure that a Section 58 notice would be served as the encampment would impact on our stability to function. Could I just ask you to explain to members of the public what Section 58 is?
Because Section 58 notice is where an illegal encampment come on land and you're trying to function as a business or your contractors on site. That's a part of the law the police can use to remove any illegal encampment immediately without notice and bring equipment on site to remove them with immediate effect. And that is in place for the site now until the site is completed.
Thank you. So we have requested that concrete bollards and fencing be put up, but we've been refused that. The contractor will be providing their own member of security who will stay on site for the duration of the build. So those who thought the travellers had come back, they haven't. It's the contractor's security that's living on site. The rear access for the Ironwood Avenue gate, it's like, perhaps could I ask you, Councillor Tubbett, to look into that? Yeah. It's propped up and actually chained to the fence, but leaving the whole area open. The play park, we are still awaiting critical information from KBC. We did make a grant application to Mick George. Unfortunately, we were not successful in this. The next issue of the Town Council newsletter is being produced. It will be called Desborough Matters and it will go out for delivery in the beginning of September. We are also working on a social media presence, which is still in the, what's the word I'm looking for? Development stage, thank you. So there'll be more information about that to follow. NCC Highways have completed the resurfacing of the High Street to an approximate cost of £20,000 as part of their contribution to the pedestrian crossing, which they have paid that £20,000. Two councillors have attended the chairmanship training, and the Northampton Large Town Council's meeting, where devolution was discussed for Northamptonshire, was attended by one councillor and our officer. And the email addresses have now been purchased, and all relevant documents and sites will be updated shortly. Okay.
Chair, may I just come up with an idea? Basically, an awful lot of entrances often have these height restrictions, which is a U-shaped metal. It's a lot more cost effective than the other methods and has proven to work in the past. Could it be possibly considered for the future?
Are we talking about the leisure centre?
We are, of course.
That's okay. The issue is not getting in. The car park is locked. It's not an issue of getting through the car park. It's access down the side of the leisure centre. It's not adequately blocked off. So those, what you're talking about, would normally go on entrances that would swing in, swing out.
Well, there'd be any tall vehicle. Yeah. Would actually only gain access, assuming that the people on site would allow them access. Yeah. But that's.
I think the difficulty with the leisure centre though is that this is such a large expanse, they'll just go around that and go on that way.
I would have an
Well,
yeah,
what
you're
you
right.
say.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Could
right.
could it be considered?
That's one for your borough councillor.
Oh, right.
You just do that as well.
Could you consider that? On the list. Thank you.
Okay, the monthly crime figures have been circulated and put on the website. Does anybody have any comments to make? Okay. We did invite Inspector Mead to come and make a presentation about the police law. Unfortunately, that invitation was declined. Okay, representations from members of the public. I have just one from Mr. Palliser. Would you like to come and take a seat?
No, I'll save down here, cheers.
Please take a seat at the top of the table, please, so that the members of the public can face see us.
I'm meant to be addressing the chair, aren't I? So I'll address the chair.
Take a seat at the top of the table, please, Mr. Palliser. Thank you.
That's okay. Hi, everyone. It's good to hear that the September, or the newsletter that was quarterly agreed, is going to be coming out in September, 6 months after the, or probably 8 months after the last one was produced.
Yes, there has been a slight
Will I be able to claim a refund of my precept for the finances that were taken for the quarterly newsletters that will be delayed?
those finances are just producing the current newsletter that just was
But it was a quarterly newsletter we were charged for, and it's not going to be quarterly. It's going to be 10 months since the...
Going forward, it will be quarterly. There was just a small delay.
So there'll be a small refund for
It
the...
would be something you'd have to take up with Kettering Borough Council, because that's who you pay your council tax to.
But it was a precept I paid for
Possibly
that.
your
So,
council tax is paid to Kettering
but the
Borough.
precept which funded it was paid through Desborough Town Council charging me for it, not Kettering Council.
You pay your council tax to Kettering Borough Council. If you wish a refund, you need to discuss that with them.
Okay, who would be best at that then for it? Because who would be best for me to talk to at Kettering Council then? Because it's obviously a complaint against the council for taking money and not delivering something that was agreed in a meeting.
That you need to take that up with customer services at Kettering Borough Council.
Okay, so there'll be a refund available for approximately 10,000 residents for it.
I didn't
Mr.
say
Chairman, may I just add, a response at the meeting, and then it follows on to say, cannot start a debate. Now this is becoming a debate, and I place my objection, and as Mr. Pollock I'd like a second for that vote.
Thank you, Councillor.
Thank you.
Was there anything else you wish to discuss, Mr.
I'm not allowed to discuss, so...
Was there any other question you wish to ask?
Oh, I'm allowed a second question, am I? Okay. So... if we...
This is now becoming a farce. Can I ask you to return?
You asked me for a second question. I would have left after the first. Thank you.
Madam Chairman, could I interrupt for a moment? I was unaware of the fact that I had to register a right to speak this evening. Can I just ask a question very quickly to the Council?
Yes.
Thank you. I've got sight of this...
You have to go and sit at the... You
You
have to go and sit at the end.
Okay, I'll sit up there.
That's what the councillors say. Well done, Matthew.
I've got sight of this particular thing. Is this going to be distributed around the whole of the town? And when will that be done?
They should be completed by tomorrow.
Okay, on the due date of the start?
Yes.
Okay, that's guaranteed
Yes.
to every house,
Yes.
unlike last time.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
How much do we pay for that to get delivered?
Okay,
Yeah.
I have the councillor's report,
I
please.
don't know.
Just two items. The A6 bypass, I'm reliably informed it is still on target to be completed by the 31st of August. I have no reason to suspect that's untrue. And just to carry on what you mentioned about the non-slip surface out here, you will not get the zigzag lines from where the W lines are finished until such time as the pedestrian crossing itself is completed in a few months' time, hopefully, because that would be in breach of highways regulations. Nothing else to mention at the moment.
They don't take any notes of the double yellow lines, any?
Borough councillor reports, please.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. At the planning policy meeting which took place on the 5th of July, the site-specific Part 2 local plan rural area update report was reviewed. Each village proposal being discussed. Further work was agreed which would enable the development of the plan to continue, ready for public consultation later in 2017. Planning Policy Committee also agreed that the Gypsy and Traveller site allocation policy should be removed from the site-specific Part 2 local plan and that it be progressed as a standalone development plan document. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Clerk's report, any issues that are not covered elsewhere on the agenda? Thank you. Driver interactive signs, Councillor Matthews, please.
Yes, we have two quotes. May I suggest that we plumb for the first of the quotes of £4,500 being of similar nature and a lot cheaper than the second one. Do you have the name of the actual just quote one. Just quote one. Thank you.
How much?
Well, the van's parked in front of it, so it doesn't say anything.
Pocket Park, Councillor Matthews, please.
Yes, Chair. We have agreed in principle the restoration of the second pond with a maximum project cost of £9,000, subject to terms and conditions agreed by the Property Health Management Committee. However, I think it would be advantageous to delay this slightly until such time as two more urgent projects down there which are health and safety issues are done. I'm not saying cancel, not at all. I'm saying just delay until the two more immediate requirements are made.
What are the health and safety issues?
Deferring our possible.
But what are the health and safety issues? What are the health and safety issues?
We don't know why they're deferring.
Reports from community groups.
It's okay, we'll just fall in.
Are there any reports from community groups? Yes, Mrs Watson, would you like to come forward and make a report, please? Thank you.
I'm just reporting on a successful trip to Canis in Finland by the Rural European Charter Group. Successful in the idea that despite Brexit, currently we're in talks regarding the constitution of the Charter that says they would like to have every EU country represented. However, nowhere in the constitution does it say you have to be in the EU to be a member of the Rural Charter. So myself and Ben Murphy-Ryan are acting, hopefully, on behalf of the people of Desborough, working in mayor's meetings to ensure that Desborough continues in the process. And as for the twinning, we embark on a trip to Poitiers, to our twin town in Lerville, to Poitiers on Saturday for a week with our twinning partners.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mrs Watson. Okay, the car park update. We are still working proactively with all our partners, and at this point there's nothing further to add on that. Neighbourhood plan, as has already been mentioned this evening, the consultation does start tomorrow. Due to it coinciding with the beginning of the summer holidays, we are extending the period of consultation, and we will be doing it for 8 weeks, so it will run until the 10th of September. There will be 4 workshops to enable members of the public to come along, see what's going on, have their say. The first of those is next weekend, Friday, from 6 until 8 in the evening. Saturday from 10 until 2. The second is the following Tuesday, that's the 1st of August. That will be from 6 till 8 in the evening also. Again on Friday, the 1st of September, 6 till 8 o'clock in the evening. Saturday, the 2nd of September, from 10 until 2. And Tuesday, the 5th of September, from 6 until 8 in the evening. You can also go on to the Neighbourhood Plan website to view the document, make your comments, and so hopefully we will have a successful consultation.
Chairman, can you just clarify what
Sorry, yes, quite right. If you're coming to the workshops, they will be in our meeting room here at the library.
Does the workshop go on from 6 till 8 in terms of a 2-hour workshop, or
No,
it's a drop-in?
It's a drop-in any time between 6 and 8.
Thank you.
And the same with the 10 till 2 one.
Yeah.
Okay, finance. The external audit report has not yet been received, and so we will defer that until September. Council are asked to consider paying Talk Business by direct debit on a monthly basis in line with the financial regulations. I'll propose that. Can I have a seconder, please? Daniel? All in favour? Thank you. To approve the accounts for payment, please. Can I have a proposer?
Just mention that, Chair. I'll just put this one added for £195 for the advancement of the distribution of the September newsletter. That's to secure the slot to have them delivered. That's for £195.
Have you seen?
to note any receipts. None from that any. To note the monthly bank reconciliation, the current account has £295,453.52 in it. The business saver has £19,137.16 in it. To note the financial analysis for the Q1 report. And I can confirm that I carried out the quarterly check and there was no issue raised. Planning. Planning application received. So to note that council have objected to planning application KET 20170464, Beach Close, for the conversion of a garage to one dwelling on the grounds that it would be out of keeping with the surrounding area and the established housing and overdevelopment of the existing plot. I also make note the planning application KET 20160044 land south of Desborough. The inquiry has been set for the 10th of October. Any submissions must be in by the 9th of August.
Where has that been held, Chair?
Do we know? No, we've not been advised that yet, I'm afraid. Okay, do we have any items for the next agenda, please, councillors?
Can you put on the agenda the report back from me in respect to the site security? Please?
I'm tempted to say the A6 bypass, but by that time it should be finished.
Okay, can we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall we ask the place again one more time? Start bashing me against the wall, but we'll have a go.
Not that hard.
Chair, may I suggest we contact Stephen Knowles and ask him for all his cooperation? Excellent.
Chair, he has actually said when Ray and myself actually went to see the invite for parish council, he did actually say that he would be pleased to engage with parish council. We are large parish, so there's no reason why he shouldn't.
Okay, so to note that the date of the next meeting, there is a slight change for September. The date is Thursday, the 14th of September. That is the second Thursday, not the third. Thank you. And I declare the meeting 7:25.